All right. What's going on, everybody? All right, let's just get right into it. We have news here in about 15 minutes for GDP and unemployment claims. I'm curious to see what dollar's gonna do. We are starting to see it sell off a little bit. We did hit that gap area off of the daily. We're inside that candle, deeper inside that imbalance as well. So maybe we get some selling off here. Because what I'm thinking is, even if we are going to get some form of bullishness, I think we would come lower. So seeing shorts, I think, would be ideal. We'll see, though. Keep my eye on you, Chef. Watching to see, this candle is going to be, closure is going to be really important here on the hour, but because we have news, the news is in literally 15 minutes or so. So I don't know if we're going to get this. I like how buy side has been easing off. Right, and then we had this absorption. So yeah, that's one thing I'm looking at. You, Chef. Gold, I'm curious as well. I want to see if gold's going to give us another dip back down before we go. I don't think gold's ready to short off just yet. We are creating a lot of liquidity down here, so just be mindful of that. I just don't know if we're going to do something like this and then go, or if it's going to come up higher. Right? For the ones that are still holding, we still got our shorts from up here. So this is kind of a hedge on the longs. The main reason why I like longing right now is because on the 4 hour, we didn't really break below this low. We did close below this one. So that's why I'm open to selling off of here if it gives me the right price action. But otherwise, I'm not trying to do that. But I do like, if gold does happen to give us a dip, that would be nice. There could be a possibility that even plays off of this trap candle too, but I'm not really seeing a break up to the upside, so I doubt that's happening. If we broke up on a 5 minute to the upside, I think that would have been clean. But as of right now, there's no wicks on these candles on that smaller time frame, and on a 15 and a 5, we haven't really closed above a significant body. Like we did do this, but I just, considering news is just around the corner, I don't want to attempt to buy like right here. If I miss it, I miss it. I'm cool with that, but I'm not trying to risk that, to be honest. So that's where my head's at for that. We'll see if we get that. And that's exactly why we didn't attempt that. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking. We'll see. We'll see what the news comes out with. Um, ideally, if gold does give us a bullish sign, that should give UChef reason to go lower as well. But I'm not trying to fight it, If it doesn't give us what we want, then we're not going to take it. So we'll see. Now, it would have been cooler if we get this candle closed first before the news, because then would have give us a very clear sign. And then the other thing I got my eye on is oil. Oil is coming down to maybe one of our areas that we might be looking at here. So I got my eyes on that as well. Yeah, I got my eyes on oil. If we come down to this 4-hour area, that could be nice. Or if we go lower to the other 1-hour zone, both of those are still on my radar. So let's see. And I don't think oil would just long from here. We would at least sweep some of these wicks. So my alert hasn't gone off for this yet. So we'll see. Yeah, that's really all I have on my radar at the moment. Like I was saying, even before on the other streams, I am more inclined on sells on gold, but if it gives us our longs, that's cool. Damn. All right. Let's see how this candle closes. The second it closes, though, we are going to get the news release. So. But off of an hourly, I like how the volume is right now. Especially how we have like an absorption here. So depending on how this closes here in the next 6 minutes or so. High five. Okay, go. So if that closes, maybe going into the next 30-minute candle, we could see a jump back up to go lower. Possibly. We'll see. We are also currently playing this imbalance, and in bullish conditions, it could just obviously continue the bullish order flow. The one thing I don't like about UChef with the shorts is just how wicky we are above here, because we could easily just continue running. There's still reason, to me, UChef is still bullish overall, right? We're here trying to play a counter trend. So even with gold, right? You know, gold has liquidity galore below here. It's just hard for me to see us just sell off. That's why I'm feeling that we should at least get this 2-hour retracement or this 1-hour retracement back into these candles. You know, so that's kind of where my head's at. Yeah, 30 shorts were nice yesterday. So, yeah, indices, I'm going to just wait for the news to come and then we'll play the open or after the open. Because we'll get volatility now for indices and then we should get the open volatility as well. So, yeah, that's all I got on my radar at the moment. We'll see how this stuff opens. Oh, yeah, the other thing was USD CAD. Bro. Keep clicking the wrong tool. Goddamn. Got 2 minutes till the news. Let's see what happening. What the fuck is going on? Shit is tripping out. Oh, there you go. News dropped. All right. What is happening? We got higher GDP. We got less unemployed people. Gold came in. The candle before did give us higher sell volume. Let's see if this is going to be an absorption or not. Dollar ended up closing back up. So that's not looking too good for dollar bear ideas. We got a lot of wickage down here still, though, so I'm interested to see if we're just going to leave that or how that's going to play out here. Might just get bullish dollar type of movement. Chef didn't give the... Oh, it did give the 30-minute close. So let's see what happens in here. We might just get continuations on everything. We'll see here how these candles are going to close. Even if we miss the initial news reaction, you know, the aftermath is always something that we can play. So just being patient. Gold did not do what I wanted it to do at all, so that's just selling off. Which it makes sense. You know, we had these lows here anyways, so wasn't able to really frame a shorting position that I liked in here. But you know, it is what it is. If y'all are still holding from that previous Tuesday session, y'all are lit. I still have a good amount of volume on my setup on that. Can still keep our eyes on this. You know, if it does want to give us a retracement back into this area, just seeing how it really reacts below this low. You know, we are reacting between below these equal lows, so let's see how that reacts. So USD Chef, you know, didn't even run these lows. This is some, to be real with y'all, this is some ass water news right now. Figured we would at least run this if we were going to go bullish. And then we could have played the break. Right now, it's not doing squat. So I guess the play would have been to like kind of short this on a 5-minute, but Honestly, wasn't too comfortable doing that. So it is what it is there. So if gold does continue falling, which it can, now it's swept that entire low. So if that's the case, we might be able to look for more longs on Chef. So let's see if we can frame something like that. Ideally, I really don't like how we have lows here, though. That's just not ideal. I don't know if it's just this broker or what. Okay, I guess it was just that broker, because on Owanda, we swept the low. Oh, we swept on this one, too. So, yeah, let's see how this reacts here. If we get a push up, you could obviously see continued movement higher. The other thing that's also throwing me off a little bit is the fact that we're getting all of this absorption. Right, so on that distro side of things. Yeah, dollar's not holding. Dollar's just continuing to rally here, so that as well with gold going down, we could see Chef longs potentially. Right, I would have liked if we ran this low too, but we did run this low. So with us running this low, and if this gives us a closure higher, we could be looking at that. So let's see what's going to happen here with this candle close. Ideally, if this breaks above, then we play it. Yeah, gold's just free falling. Oil really not in a place that I would play it, so I'm just going to leave that alone. Just going to put an alert right below these lows. Yeah, USC CAD didn't give us the lower break, so I'm not attempting that. So yeah, even with Euro here as well. So that blue line there is the lows from the 4-hour. And we also have that massive daily imbalance as well, like right there. So considering how this is going to close here in the next little bit, we could just see a continuation. Ideally, I would like to see the close, but us maintaining this liquidity. And then we could look for something like that, potentially. But would need the liquidity intact, though. Because if all of these lows get taken out, then I'm not going to be looking for that short anymore. Because to me, there's potential for the reversal at that point. So keep our eyes on that as well. I know I'm not commenting on the chat, just really paying attention here. All right. Lil G, Mark, Ben, what's good? Jesper, what's going on? Grand Rising to all of y'all. Do you got limit set? No, I didn't have any limit set. My bad. I should have probably looked at the chat, but news kind of. I honestly was sitting here on my computer and I completely forgot that I was supposed to go live on YouTube. So I was like already watching a bunch of stuff, and then yeah, I just went in zone after. So my bad for not commenting on the chat, but yeah, I was basically waiting for the release, and then I'm gonna play the test. So that's what I'm kind of waiting on Chef right now. If Chef breaks above these highs, we could be playing in the imbalance or this candle. I was kind of looking at the same thing for UCAD. But honestly, I'm going to leave UCAD on the back burner. I just really don't. I'm not messing with it. Euro looks decent as well. Let's see how this closes. Trying to see if I can put Euro on another monitor here. Like, UCAD could give us our shorts, but I don't know. Just don't like it. Me no likey. I think it's just been because it's been so sketchy. But yeah. Thoughts on indices? We'll see about indices towards the open. I really don't like trading indices prior to the open. I'd rather wait for the New York Stock Exchange open. Can you look at EU? Yeah, we've already done that. Oh, what's good, Weaver? Happy to see you on here, bro. What's good? EJ buys. Solid call out. It's probably gonna just moon now though. Yeah, like I don't really see yen going super bullish as of yet. So, to me that makes sense. Yeah, there's no reason to force anything either. I'm really more excited for next week and the week after, just because we have a new month, new monthly candles, new news events. All right, if we really take a look at everything, next week is going to be huge. We have unemployment claims on. Whoops, wait, I went ahead of myself. Tuesday, Tuesday's whatever. And then Wednesday we have Joel Jobs openings. We have CAD GDP. Thursday we have unemployment claims, PMI. Friday we have NFP. The following week we have Aussie cash rates, Aussie GDP, CAD bank rates, this is where I would feel like CAD would give us its move. Thursday we have unemployment claims. Friday we then have CAD NFP. And then that week after, we have CPI. Then we have PPI, federal funds rate. So, I'm more locked in with this stuff. The first, 15 or so days of of June. So that's what I'm really waiting for. So even if we don't get anything right now, we're chilling. We've had a solid month so far. right? So it's really being patient. It's really being patient. I forgot what we were looking at on Tuesday. I think we took something and we ended up getting hit break even, I believe. Yeah, and then we have PMI and all that stuff. So yeah, a lot of news overall to look forward to. So, you know, just being patient now. Let's take a look at everything that we were looking at. So Euro did give us a close below here. So we could maybe see this. Looks like Chef still got a little bit for its close. You know, we could see that potential continuation. I think Chef is probably not going to turn around until maybe it takes this a wick. Because we're currently struggling to break this imbalance, like to go lower. So I think this imbalance is going to, you know, continue going higher. Maybe Chef gives us a retracement in here. So this could be our next target. Is anybody still holding the longs from the 16th? Let me know in the chat. This is when we were looking at the 30-minute imbalance fill. This was a clean buy. So yeah, maybe we get continuation on the reaccumulation vibes here. Let's wait for that close. Euro closed on the 15. And we have the liquidity lower, so I like that. So ideally, we would want to see that. Unless if it wants to come all the way back into here. And that's what I thought originally. Maybe we get a reversal for this to come up. But if it just wants to continue going in that direction, you know, it could be very possible as well. So that's it. That's one other thing I have my eyes on. How many pairs do you trade? It's more of what I'm like the things that I like to trade. Are they showing me something? You know, I really do like gold, UChef, Euro. And then, you know, for indice wise, I will dabble on NASDAQ or US 30, whichever one really looks nice. And then I trade oil as well. So it's more of like what pair is giving me attention in a sense. The reason why I've been looking at oil so much is because of the seasonality. Gold as well. You know, we seasonally are supposed to be bearish. So looking for shorts there. You know, overall, but, you know, today I was trying to see if we were going to get a reversal back, but we didn't get that. So, you know, it really depends on, you know, what time of year it is and what makes sense for us to take. If that makes sense. You know, during the September, October, November, December months, I'm looking for gold longs. So is gold retest possible? Maybe. I don't think gold's going to turn around until it takes this wick, though, but I could be wrong. There's this candle as well to pay attention to on gold for potential retracements. I don't really see anything that will stop it where it's at. You know, I think it could dip lower. There's more imbalances. Now it's just really waiting for price to cycle out. But yeah, man, I don't... As of right now, on dollar, it's looking like all gas, no brakes. Does not look like it wants to stop here. I really thought today was going to be that day. It might give us a retracement, but because of the fact that we had no wick either. But dollar said, fuck this shit, I'm out. So, ooh. Damn, if I saw that for the news, that would have made... Okay. Yeah, so this is clear as day now. That broker didn't have it run the low. Yeah, it's clear as day now. So, yeah, we're going to see movement higher. So, I like UChef. I like UChef longs. Especially if gold's going to keep trickling lower. Then I think we can take another upside movement on UChef. Just wondering where the most ideal targets are going to be. I really can't see us holding in this. This is not like an ideal institutional candle. Excuse me. My ideal goal with this idea would be to break even as soon as possible. But you know, I think we can at least get that upside wick. Honestly, I think we can get above there. All right. What's an ideal institutional candle? So you know, kind of like what you're looking over here. You know, a candle that comes down, sweeps liquidity, and then, you know, gives you a new structure high or a break of structure. That's what I like seeing as a... Like with this one, like it's not like a solid body. There is imbalance and stuff in there, but I don't know. It's just whenever I see this, it's just the way it's presenting itself. And when you go into the smaller time frame, you generally will see more imbalances and, you know, really a more solidified area to look at. Whereas this is kind of just, I don't know, it just looks a little sketchy. On the daily, it looks like a solid candle, right? But as we get into there, and even the way we're reacting in here, we're failing to really give any form of, like, we didn't even make one lower low. Like, we've been just continuously, every time we touch this imbalance, we've been just creating, you know, we came lower to inevitably make a higher low. just continue to expand here. So hopefully USHF gives us a retracement. If not, it is what it is. You know, we still have time though. It's only about to be 8 here soon, so maybe going into 9, 10, that volatility, if it does want to give us a retracement, then we can look at that. Same thing for Euro. Like, this made sense too. Just, yeah, I just hesitate sometimes trying to enter before news because I'm kind of like fearful of the slippage. But most of the time, especially if we're going to leave this liquidity, I think we will get this retracement. If not here, we could be looking here on the mitigation. But I think we would hit this candle just because this is the candle. You know, given that same institutional candle concept, like I ideally like candles that, you know, that sweep liquidity and then, you know, give us new lows. I like that. EU and GU 15-minute sells lines up clean with DXY for continuation if we get the retracement. I agree. I agree with Chris Rich. Yeah, it makes sense. On this dollar index chart, you know, we actually ran the low, whereas the other one we didn't. You know, we came into this trap candle. We came into the trap candle here too. That candle has much less volume than our news candle, showing us signs of absorption. So now it's just a matter of, are we going to get the retracement? All right. Nah, fam. Closed all my UFC shift buys yesterday. Okay, word. Andrew Ska. What is your opinion on AN? That is something I do not trade. And I don't trade it because of how choppy it is. The only time this thing moves is when you have news events. But, wow. Okay, so this was the last analysis that I had for this. This was probably like a year ago. And here's the reason why. AU and NU correlate very heavily. So it's like, it's kind of an ass thing to trade, to be honest with you. The only time I would trade this is when there's, you know, a news event for Aussie or Kiwi, you know, for AU or for AUD or NZD. And, you know, we had NZD rates the other day, which, you know, that was kind of the continuation here, I believe. Oh, sorry, not there, but down here. But yeah, I would suspect AN would continue going higher here. You know, we are about to break daily structure, so maybe it gives us a break and then sells off to then continue. But that's what I had originally here, because we broke monthly. So I wanted to see us test this candle. I don't even know when I drew this. This was probably like a year ago, dead ass. So we came back into that. So I would assume we would continue now. And so far it's looking pretty solid. Right? Sell side is fading. You guys see here. You know, this candle closure was less volume, so selling is not being committed. And it does look like we had kind of a selling climax vibe here. So maybe this is a spring. So we could, you know, maybe see AU continue going higher on a macro. But what I don't really see anything like right now. And yeah, like, you know, we are coming into an imbalance and stuff, but I don't know if that's really going to hold. I just really don't like trading these types of things, AN and AN. I like using them to see which one. For example, let's say if I'm bullish on AUD USD, or let's say if I'm bullish on AU and NU, looking at AN would help me decide which one to take. Because if it's more bullish, that means that if I'm looking for buys, it makes sense for me to buy AU. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of the way I look at that. Hey, much love, Optimus. Much love. And I appreciate all of y'all too. You know, gotta share the love. You gotta sell on the 4 hour. Okay, true. Well, based off of your idea, either we would want to see an absorption, or, you know, we would want to see less buying volume coming into this area. So as of right now, the previous candle did give a higher close, but you also got to keep in mind we are kind of reaccumulating here on the 1 hour. So just be cautious of that. And ideally, you know, if you're shorting off of a 4 hour, you know, to add confluence, you could be looking at 5 15-minute time frames in your zones to see if it plays out for you as well. I see what you're saying with the 4 hour being bearish because of this new lower low, but that low was coming into a daily higher low. So we had this, and then it broke up and it never returned. To me, these were all retracements to then trade higher. But, you know, trust your own analysis always. See what's going on here. So at the end of the day, we're still looking for new shorts on gold. Okay. Oh, man, that's a sketchy close on you, Chef. I don't even know if I want to take anything today. Everything looks so sketchy. Yeah, we didn't even, like, close. Yeah, we didn't even close above. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this. I might want to see a smaller time frame type of break in there. Dollar did close with much higher buy volume, though. So that's like the one thing that's really solid. So we'll see if the reaccumulation plays. It's always sketchy trying to play reaccumulation so high in the range. But if we really think about it, if a daily wants to expand, we're going to continuously see reaccumulations. This is like what happened back here, right? We didn't come fill this imbalance until a new high was made. So maybe we do the same. You know, maybe it continues to rally, and then we take that. That's what it wants to do. We're in a tight spot overall. Okay, I trade order blocks when they build a choach. Then they build the downside structure liquidity. This was for me. Okay, cool. Ooh, 30 gave us our break higher. Shit. This is so sketchy right now. We'll see what happens here. 8 o'clock opened as well 6 minutes ago. Yeah, indices were freaking clean. So we came right into that daily imbalance. This is where we were looking to TP some of our shorts. So even the shorts that I took yesterday from my 50-minute area here, you know, I'm fully out of those now because I just wanted to get in this daily imbalance. So now we could see some retracement. You know, even looking at this on a daily, right? We did just make a new daily low. 4 hour doesn't really have breaks to the upside, whereas 1 hour does. So we could see a upside move. So we got 22 minutes till the open. I like longs on 30. Especially because of that absorption. The other indices are looking good as well. NASDAQ literally massive sell-off. Took the liquidity and then just reversed. S&P looking like the same as well. Took liquidity, reversed. It looks like it did the same thing for news, massive absorption. So if these things do want to retrace, I think looking for more longs would be ideal. So I think the ideal entry for 30 would be like below this candle where there's no wick. And targeting wise, you know, maybe we get above the wicks and stuff from yesterday. You know, 30 could give us a dash back up to the upside. There is a lot of equal highs and stuff that we could be targeting. They're just going to have to see there. So let's see if we get that. This is me essentially taking some of my short profits and putting it in here. So if it fails, I'm not going to be crying about it. If it wins, then awesome. We're more up on the week. So oil is still coming lower. I still want to see those lower zones. I honestly feel this 1 hour area is the most ideal area. So this is like the major one I'm more inclined to. You know, we could hold in this 4 hour, but I really need to see price develop in there for me to be sturdy on that one. And I should have just shorted oil yesterday. Shit was so clean. I was like on my stream and I'm like, yeah, I want to see oil come lower. And I drew the arrow and it literally just sold off. I just didn't sell it. It's challenging sometimes because when you're in a long to try to flip your bias and go into a short, which you know that the market isn't going to go up forever or it's not going to go down forever. It's always challenging to go against, if you're hedged one way, to go against the other way. It's always been challenging. Chef might not come all the way down to the 30. Might just play in here. Still like 50% of the 1 hour candle though. Silver. You just missed that imbalance? Or we touched it? Yeah, we missed that imbalance. Silver did sweep those lows. This could be the move up. Yeah, we might not see a continuation lower on the metals. This might be the move to attack back up. It is really hard to say because we're such at the low part of the range. Like, obviously, we would want to see continuation on sells. But, you know, the move higher could be valid, too. That's what Silver already is trying to break that area that we just sold off from news. It could be shorts. I don't like it personally. I don't know, I'm just feeling a little iffy today. Everything just seems a little sketchy. You know, even you, Chef, like, I don't even know if I want to take this anymore. Because, like, when I see a break, especially on, like, a 30-minute, like, I really wanted to see this close above this. But we, you know, that's, like, sketchy. I'm not liking it. So we'll see. Euro 2, we're coming back. Euro I like more just because we have liquidity down here. You know, so there's something to target. Whereas you, Chef, it's kind of rocking a hard place for me. So y'all play on your own discretion. And I like the fact that we ran the low. You know, it would have been better if we got a more solid close above this. Like, if we actually closed above the wicks and stuff, that would have been dope. But, like, we kind of just ran this wick and we turned around. So, it's kind of sketchy. Yep. I know, oil's in the 4-hour candle. We'll see how it prints. I got it on my other screen here. Just waiting to see how it prints. USD chef. So sketchy, man. So sketchy. We tagged the 30-minute. Let's see. We're right around the same selling pressure. So far, just looking at oil, not really. Like, we have a little bit more selling. Like absorptions, I like seeing big absorptions. So I don't know. One side of me really tells me oil's gonna come for this 1 hour candle. It's just a lot of internal liquidity, and oil generally will do that. You know, when it plays a reaccum, it will. You know, this would be technically the second test. So there could be. Well, actually, is that the second test? It would technically be the third. That's why I could play here and then just go. It's very possible. Really just like to see a break up, though. Like 15-5, if we can get some nice structure breaks. 5 and 15-minute currently, we would want to see it to close above this. On GU, on the 15-minute as absorption, all that volume and failed to break the low. Yeah, exactly. Indeed. Oh, NGU traded below this. I didn't even see that. So that could be very valid. And it came into like a higher time frame point of interest as well, which is like that 4 hour imbalance in there. Yeah, it absorbed twice. Absorbed here for London, did it again for New York. Boom. Then boom. Okay, let's see what dollar does in here now. Is it gonna trade up higher, or is this GG and it's gonna wreck everything? We are at the high of the day. You know, so this is the highest point we've been at all week. There's a very good possibility we could still sell off. Just be cautious of that. Even though we did see this original move for the news, that doesn't mean that this can't be eaten up. The one thing I do like about this is the higher close with the higher volume. That's what's liking me more to see dollar continuing to go up potentially. But yeah, we'll see here as time will tell. 30 already came in our zone here as well. See how that plays. If we see continued sells today, that would be wild. Oh, snap. S&P did run these highs already. These are the same highs I'm trying to get on 30, so 30 might not play out. Tuesday. Yeah. So I don't know if 30 is going to play out unless if it diverges with the other ones. US 30, I was looking right here on this 5-minute to see if we're going to get a move up higher. Because we did just come into a daily imbalance. We created a new low. And then on the 1 hour as well as the 15 and 30 minute, we started to break up higher. And I liked how the news candle on the 5-minute gave us an absorption. So, you know, we came under that candle with no wick. That was kind of the zone. So ideally would like to see this continue going higher. We're going to get our 8:30 volatility here in about 4 minutes. EU is really struggling to go higher, which is good. Not going to get the entry I wanted, though. I wanted the ideal top of the candle entry right here. Looks like it's probably just going to play off this mitigation and trade lower. It even touched the mitigation. So, but it does look good to go lower, though. We're getting higher amount of buying, but higher than this candle, but we are failing to close above. So that's showing good signs of absorption. So EU's looking good to go lower. Dollar looks like it's good to go higher. USHF is in that 30-minute zone. Let's see if that clears. Gold as well, you know, giving us a lot of buying, but really failing to break above. So let's see how that goes as well. Silver is still chilling in that area. So we'll see. So far, things are kind of looking decent. Just going to have to wait for this 8:30 move to see what really happens here. USD CAD took the highs. Yeah. I honestly, I don't like CAD. I just don't like CAD anymore. Like, I'm still bullish on oil, but I just don't like USD CAD. It's just because how bullish we are on the dollar, it is completely just wrecking that bias, if that makes sense. You know, because of how strong dollar is, it's saying, I don't give a shit about oil's bullishness. I'm going to still fly higher. That's basically what UCAD's doing. Yeah, I'm a little upset that I didn't just hold this entry down here, because that would have been the play. Because I still have this short. I think I'm going to get hit out break even, though, at this point. Because, yeah, dollar's bullishness is really just overtaking it. On the weekly, we're maintaining, too, so I guess it really is going to leave this liquidity. All this weekly liquidity. Well, I'm not even in EU, but exits would be below these lows or this imbalance. I don't really know how low this is going to go even more before we retrace. Not trying to like predict a new bottom or anything. But like my macro targets for oil, I mean for EU was, you know, whatchamacallit. I wanted 110 to come down to 105. That was my like overall target. But for today, it's hard to say. Like, I would ideally say this imbalance at least. Then we have below those lows. Doesn't look like 30 wants to hold in our area. Got that initial movement. Let's see what happens in here. Oh, the other's selling off too. NASDAQ is selling off. Yeah, S&P taking that high from Tuesday. That was solid. That was a solid move. So if this breaks and so does 30. Yep, 30's breaking. That's why we wait for confirmation for when the open happens. So we didn't get the bounce we wanted, which is fine. So now if this closes below here on the hourly, we know what we're playing. S&P was honestly the breadwinner. I should have noticed that a bit earlier. I didn't see that we swept those equal highs, because those are the same highs I was trying to get 30 up into. But obviously 30 was much weaker. S&P already did that. So that's that. Now, same thing with S&P. If it closes lower like this, you know, we could be playing in this to then continue taking this down. So we'll see what happens there. How's our UChef doing? Okay, UChef gave a nice reaction off our 30-minute. I would wait for this candle close, but in my opinion, you know, you could be really going break even once this candle close gives us a nice move. Because I wouldn't really want to see this come back anymore. Right? And solid absorption as well. So I like how UChef closed. Yep. And if gold, there you go. So gold as well, you know, like we were observing, right? Gold was getting, wait, which broker was that? Oh, this one. Okay. So, you know, the main thing that I was really watching on gold too was comparing its buy volume from when it sold off to this buy volume. And you can see we had much more, but we are failing to close above. So that's good for Chef as well to continue going higher. So we should see Chef go higher now. Did anybody pull on Chef? Let me know in the chat. So one that was solid. Everything else was really freaking sketchy. Euro was solid too. I just didn't pull on the mitigation candle, which I probably could have. Okay, maybe on the 5-minute we even get this. If it breaks below, that could be clean too. Yeah, that's why I like trading USD Chef, because, you know, it correlates with gold and you have like double confirmations to get in or out or whatever. You know, so that's why Chef is big. Probably going to just leave the indices alone until I see something solid on it for the breaks and whatnot. You know, we wanted to see the open, respect this area to then, you know, play the add-on, but, you know, we really didn't get that. US 30 just looks sketchy right now. So I'm just going to leave that alone. Probably just leave indices alone today. And if Chef plays out how we want it to, that'll be the breadwinner for the day. And I'm just going to probably just hop off here. So I just want to see some solid closes on Chef now. I'm in. Missed Euro USD. Didn't take the mitigation candle. Yeah, I feel you on that, man. Jasper, I feel you on that. I probably should have taken the mitigation, but it's all good. Now, the question is, even though that mitigation played out, right? So let's say if we don't get that. Now, the question is, are we going to get that? All right, we could get that. Into there, maybe this candle. Maybe we get that for the new hour at 9. Keep our eyes on that. Dollar's continuation looks good as well. Solid. Excuse me. So let's see if dollar now. See what dollar wants to do now. All right. Is it going to go and take this wick today? Man, this is just crazy, bro. Like, I need to make sure when we are in expansion, and I played literally every 1 hour and 4 hour reaccum. I just didn't hold all of my entries. Deadass should have. It's all good. The only thing I have from the majors is freaking Chef. That's it. Let's go. Let's go. Target for USD Chef. So I would like to see this high get taken. And I would ideally like this. Something like that. I don't really see any reason why it would hold its brakes in here. Like, maybe that, but... why doesn't this just extend? There you go. But you know, it's like, going back to what I was saying with the whole wick thing and the candles, like, I don't know, I just feel that this daily candle is going to get absorbed today. We're going to close above it. So I'm going to play this one by ear and really see, but yeah, we get a 30-minute close like this. I would, you know, I'm going to personally be break even. Not trying to put any risk on the table there. There's no reason to, in my opinion. And even if we do get a retracement, I would expect a 5 or 15. I don't really know if we're going to get the full 5 all the way down here. It could be possible. We could keep our eyes on it. But ideally, that would kind of, you know, be the last point where I would want it to retrace. And then we should see an expansion. So it also depends on how far gold wants to go. Now, if gold takes this wick, I think USHF will do the same. It will take its top side. Same, man. Caught nearly every retracement on USHF and EU, but already out on every position except on EU short. I'm still holding. Nice. Hey, we're going to get better and better at this, man. Like, I'm starting to really grasp the fact that when we are in a daily expansion like this, we are not going to retrace until 1 hour, 4 hour. And I made this same mistake over here. I don't know if you remember this, Lil G. But, like, when we were looking for longs here on dollar, then we played this. And then I wanted the retracement down here, like, once we broke this. But then we didn't need to do that. We needed to expand, and then we did it again, and then again. And then after we made a new high, that's when we retraced. So that's what I'm thinking. The same shit on dollar right now. And I had this assumption, but I just didn't trust myself. Was once we took this wick, I honestly thought we were just going to continue to rally. It was going to take time, but I figured we were just going to continue to rally until we took that. And then we retrace. Unless if we break weekly or daily structure, I can't see us retracing now. So that was a huge learning thing for me. So, you know, most likely on dollar, until we do a solid weekly close above this or a daily close, I do not think we're retracing. So we'll see. You know, I could be completely wrong with that, you know, but I've seen it play out once. This will be the second time. And we kind of saw it back here too. You know, when we were selling this, like the only time we saw a retracement was after a new low was made. And then once this low was made, it didn't even come all the way back. It did it again, again. And then this is when we broke back up. So, yeah. Same man, cotton. Oh, I wanted to hop into EU, but didn't get the retracement to the 50%. Yeah, EU's doing EU things. You know, maybe this happens right here. Dollar does continue. To me, this is a solid hourly close here above this, higher volume. This absorbed all of this, so I like it. I like EU to continue. Question is that retracement going to happen? Nice. Yeah, I personally like EU more than GU as the thing, but I know somebody was talking about the absorption. That was valid, but it looks like it didn't play out. I didn't take that though, so. All right. Give me a sec, though. I need a stretch. I've been sitting here for a bit. Oh, I'm back, okay? Oh. All right, so SNPZ. One thing I like about SNPZ right now is all of this wickage. Now, what I would like to confirm this type of bias is this. So, the fact that we took this out, that's cool, right? So maybe if we get this right here. So maybe if we get a break lower, we could look back at this buy candle Unless if it's trying to give us a retracement now, or I'm completely wrong on the bias and it just goes higher, which this is a fat absorption candle right now. So, you know, this could long. Damn, US 30 just came all the way back too. That was, I should just did nasty. So yeah, until I see a solid structure here, I'm gonna just leave the indices on the back burner. So we did get our close on UChef, so I am gonna go break even, just in case if this thing just comes all the way back and tries to take us out. Which is what it looks like it's trying to do, but we gotta protect ourselves. Position management is key, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not personally taking this on Euro. Just more of like me to look at this. Because I personally have never played. I don't usually play off of mitigation candles. So I want to see. And I also don't like how we didn't even touch this mitigation candle either. So no, this is more of like a study for me. Because I just want to see it play out. Like see if it does respect that. And then goes lower. So now I know for the next time to play it. Don't have to always take every position you look at, you know. Some of them are studies. So we did run that low. Yeah, we ran the 4-hour wick. So yeah, hopefully Euro just continues trading lower here and gets into that imbalance. That'd be dope. So dollar as well. So dollar we would want to see to, you know, continue expanding out of here. We did just officially fill all of that daily imbalance now. Right? Well, almost all of it. Like a smidge away from filling. Oh, wait, no, we did. I think we did fill all of it. Yeah, we did. So this is very interesting, right? Originally, at the beginning of the week, if y'all have been tapped in, we were looking to see if dollar was going to sell off from here. But every time we attempted to attack this daily candle, we reaccumulated. We distroed short term, but ended up reaccumulating here. Here, that was yesterday, and now we're doing it again. So that's really showing me how strong the dollar bull bias is at the moment. Now that we filled it 100%, there could be a possibility that this thing could still go lower and break and start the counter trend. Right? So keep in mind of that, but I think we should be Gucci though. Ideally, would want to see this accumulation succeed on gold. Let's see what happens here. USC CAD is off this. Damn. Huge shoulda, woulda, couldas on that one. All right. Let's see here. Please advise. I'm finding that I'm marking up charts and not placing limits. I really feel like something is wrong with me and it's now hurting. Well, you are fairly new to this. So it's really building that confidence now through experience. Are you journaling all of this? Right? I don't know if I sent it to you. Hold on. So I just sent you something on Telegram, but it's really, I completely feel you. There's times where I even do that as well, even now. I'll do analysis and I won't set an alert or an alarm or a limit. And, it hurts. But that's where, journaling and going through your data is really going to help you. Even the trades you take or you don't take, those all should be tracked. So now what you're doing well at and what you're, having challenges on. So that way what to change and develop on, right? So it's really going to come to now for you tracking your data and starting to really see these things over and over and over again. Right now it's really experience. I also remember we caught that low on EU in September and got out way too early. Yep, facts. Never going to forget that. Yep, trust me. We were live on this stream when I hesitated up here. It's crazy. Should have just pulled that, even though I knew this was going to freaking die. And then even this EU short, I shouldn't have let go of this one either. So early. I let go of this once we ran this wick. Could have held it till my actual target. Which it might hit, might not. We'll see. Everything's starting to struggle a little bit right now, so that's why we protected ourselves with our stops. Just in case if we're wrong. This next 30-minute close or candle currently does have less volume. So if this does break, then we know that dollar is potentially bearish again. If that happens, Chef is going to flip. So is gold. So just be cautious of that. Gold does look like it's attempting to accumulate under this daily wick right now. Which that would be kind of solid because I think, I did want shorts to be higher. So this runs up and comes into our 2,000 range to short. That would be amazing. So let's see. Either way, I'll be happy is what I'm saying. Because it gives us better opportunities in the future. Yeah, good stuff on GU there, Omar. Solid setup. Start with $50 account or something when GQ so you learn and go through those emotional levels. Yeah, facts. Yeah, documentation and really just taking the setup. No matter what, you don't even need to do it with a $50 account. Even if you do it on a $10 account or something, just putting money behind it so then you start to see it. Because I personally, I know a lot of people did start with trading demo or, they do it. I didn't. I've already done risky things in my life, so for me to, trade with money was whatever. But, I started off with a little bit of money to trade with. And that's what really, it makes it real. So we potentially have a BC on DXY and SC on EU. Yeah, that's what I was literally just looking at. Indeed. Potentially. Let's see. If it is the BC now, though, we need to see the breakdown, right? So if we don't get the breakdown, we know that's not it. So as of right now, Dixie is still holding. So we'll see. We're Gucci gang right now. Wow, looks like Euro is respecting that too. That would have been a nice... Okay, let's see what that potential R to R would have been if I did play there. 5 pip stop. Just taking it to the imbalance. Just the imbalance, 1 to 2.5. 1 to 5 would have been right there. But that's like, is that halfway through the imbalance? Let's see. Yeah, about halfway. Half of the imbalance, so 1 to 4. So let's see. Let's see. What's re-limits? What are limits? When did I say re-limits? So limits is when you set it like a sell limit or a buy limit on your MT4. Not fam, I mean the low on 28th of September on EU, that accumulation below. Oh, yeah. 100%. 150%. Peep oil, I'm peeping it. Ooh. I see you. Just really want to see a more higher move. Like we did break. Just not the ideal break I like though. In 4-hour zones, I really like 15 or 30-minute breaks on oil. It's like what we saw down here. We got that one, I think it was a 1-hour break. And then we waited for the 30. So we'll see here. Did come touch that last down candle. But yeah, no, I know what you're talking about there, though, Lil G. I feel you, man. Yeah, those longs down here. This and gold. And gold down here was impeccable. This could have been that one trade I took from back in November and just held this. Oh, my God. 4,000 pips. Sheesh. Big sheesh. So 52 seconds on this candle on gold. And I like how it's closing lower with higher volume. So that's cool. Same thing with UChef. I think is doing the opposite. This is kind of what we wanted to see for the continuation. So like I was telling y'all, right? It's like if we're in from here, we wouldn't really want to see this candle get destroyed. So see how we're respecting that candle. So that could have potentially been an add-on, right? If it is bullish. See, I didn't really care to add on to it like that because I really want to see a solid move higher. But, you know, just kind of walking you guys through that. And the same thing with EU here. So that first candle did kind of... See if that still holds. me make sure I got oil on the screen here so I can keep an eye on it. So with you, Chef, once again, I'm completely break even. So if this does come back, I am not taking a loss. So dollar really is struggling to break above this imbalance right now. Still hasn't broke lower. I'm actually going to go ahead and set an alert here just so we can keep our eyes on that. Eyes and ears. Because yeah, if this does break lower, then, you know, that could mean downside. And that retracement that we were anticipating at the beginning of the week might happen. You know, we're still in the imbalance inside that daily candle. So there's still a decent likely chance that this could still come lower. Holy, UCAD is on a rampage. It's crazy. U-Chef's not looking too good right now. Might hit us out BE. Gold as well. Trading back. So we'll see what's good here. Might just be a BE day, which is fine. Still better than not taking a loss. Obviously some profit would be nice, but sometimes, you know, you just walk away BE. That's cool. What IPA fill are you looking at on oil? Like the 1-2 minute or something? Maybe it plays. I just rather a schematic on a higher time frame personally for me to play it. So I'm gonna stay away. Don't like EU making a lower low on the weaker volume after the SC. Yep. Yeah, I figured this test would give us more stronger closures, but You know, what would be funny is if EU actually gives us that move back in and then goes again. See here on the 1 hour and stuff what's going on. So let's delete everything. So these new lows did close higher volume than this particular candle. But I see you though, with this candle right here. Came back. Yeah, so this might be the reversal for EU. Let's see. Especially if dollar wants to break down. Oh, it looks like it does want to. This is like the last line of defense. So we are most likely going to get hit out BE on you, Chef. My entry was right on the candle, so still got a little bit. Because, yeah, now if this happens to break, then we play the opposite side. All right, so that's just waiting patiently to see what happens there now. Oil 50-minute absorption buyers by sellers, though. I see you. Yeah, I don't know. Just like in my head, even right now, I feel that we would take this. That's why I really don't think this 4-hour area is gonna play. You know, like I said, I do want to see an accumulation. If it's in here, then I'll take it. But right now, we don't even see it. But also, it's like we have this internal liquidity here on a 1 hour. So that's why I feel we could come lower into this. And then if oil really wants to be that greedy, then it could even give us that. So I just don't want to see it like that. Oh, let me make sure my old sell limits on EU are off. Otherwise, that would be horrible. Okay, we're good. Unless if this is literally it. Unless if dollar was seeking for the internals, that would be wild. Yeah, unless if dollar was trying to sweep this and then go. Which would make sense for EU as well. Let's see. That would be crazy, though, if we did that. Like, just sweeping this and then going. Makes sense. This is the thing about playing at the bottom of a range. You know, sometimes it's very clear. But when you're at the bottom of the range, like, we're so low in the range, right? So trying to accept the fact that, you know, this, you know, you want to buy low and sell high. We're at a lower point in the range. So buying makes more sense on a, you know, on a common sense level than trying to sell, right? Which doesn't mean that sells can't play out, though. But it's just like there's more of a likely chance that buys would play. You know, so that's the sketchy part. I might just leave things for the day today. Might not even touch the markets tomorrow either, to be honest. We'll see. Unless if something is very clear intraday. Well, I believe I just got hit out break even. I did. So that's fine. Yeah, so I guess that's that. You know, you guys can keep your eyes on euro and stuff. You know, maybe, you know, this is the low. If it does, I feel, you know, if it doesn't happen to sell off here, then obviously, you know, we look for the opposite. You know, things are going to get more consolidation, like, you know, overall. We do have major news events next week and whatnot, so just be patient with the market. Yeah, I'm going to I'm going to hop off here, though, because things are really just dry and boring. I'm going to go do some other stuff. But, you know, love and appreciate y'all. Thank you for hopping on today's stream. As y'all know, you know, I'm going to be live again tomorrow. We'll see if we see something. If not, then, you know, we'll just be in the bushes waiting for that first week of June and second week of June where we have all those news events anyways. Honestly, we had an amazing month this month on YouTube. So hopefully you guys have been tapped into the sessions. You know, we've had some massive breakthroughs, some amazing ideas play out in front of our eyes. So that was beautiful. But, yeah, you guys already know where you can find me. I'm also going to be live on Go Live as well. So, yeah, Jordan's going to be live on his session on Go Live later. So make sure you guys tap into that. And if you are looking for more of, you know, access to myself, or you want more access to this information, feel free to send a DM on my Instagram, and we'll get you tapped in with our community, where we got thousands of traders all around the globe, right? Really learning these concepts side by side with us. But not only that, being able to not only learn, but being able to take advantage of these. So we have a full course that we have online that, you know, you do obviously need access to the academy for. And it's called tradehouse.academy, right? And we have a full-on boot camp going through the beginners, intermediate, advanced, of really breaking down all of the things that I'm talking about here on this stream, right? And, you know, on top of that, we have multiple live sessions from all the other educators as well. Mike Miles, Rock Coomer, Zach, myself, Mike Nav, Iffy, and Jordan as well. So make sure y'all tap in to our community if you want more access to this information. Love and appreciate y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow on the next stream. Take care, everybody. Peace.